Hey, what's up guys, Rampedi here. We're back with another show. Kaizer Chiefs have been very busy. Liberia versus Bafana Bafana. Under 20s. Under 23. Gotta talk about it. Let's go.
That's how it goes?
They keep asking about the best when they know it's me.
Okay.
Asking about the rest when they know it's me.
Straight in, I guess.
You know it's me.
So before we kick things off, let's do the right thing. Gotta check the score. To draw so far. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to this national team. You know, this is arguably Bafana Bafana's best chance at qualifying at a major tournament. You know, look at the rankings of three teams that are in the group. You know, we've got 11th, Morocco, 150th, Liberia, and 67th, Bafana Bafana. And of course, people on Twitter were speaking about the fact that rankings do not play on the pitch, which is very much true. But when the opportunity is presented in the sense that Zimbabwe is not in that group and you're left with three teams and the only team you got to get 6 points from is Liberia. And unfortunately, we came out with the one. Now we're trying to get more points in the second one. People were speaking about the standard of football this past weekend. Speaking about the standard of football, it created engagement. It created talk in the sense that I was also emotional about. I wanted to get in on it as well. Is the standard of football high enough too? I agree with people that the football standard is not as high as what we think it is. And it's starting to show at an international stage. But what happened for me, especially this past weekend, I don't think it had anything to do with the standard of football. That's not the question for me. The question for me was, what is at stake here? And do the players that are wearing the Bafana Bafana jersey know what is at stake here? You know, they were leading comfortably, and they managed to throw that away at home. They were 2-0 up, and they still threw it away against a side that's ranked 150th in the world. Those are games we should not be throwing away, especially you look at the missed chances that we had, and probably chances that we're creating now as well. But we should be taking those chances. And those players, for me, you sort of ask yourself, do they want to be at these tournaments? You know, do they want to be out there internationally as well? Because the moment we concede, it almost seems like we just fall away. We're not able to manage the game out. And for me, if you put a Bafana Bafana shirt on me, I know what it means, man. And when I go back, I'm like, I would have taken a yellow card, man. I would have taken a red card if I had to. Man, I would have done anything to qualify. And I'm just thinking if the players know the importance too. You look at what tournaments like these have gone on to do for African giants. And Bitson Swane came out and said it. You know, he was here. And he was speaking about the finances of footballers, how they should spend their finances. But he also spoke about the fact that players need to go out. Players need to research more, need to look up more. And you can see his experience of going to Egypt and as well as Saudi Arabia has done a lot for him. Our national teams need to take this very seriously because I'll show you this. So those are the last 6 tournaments of AFCON. We've only qualified for 2 of them, legitimately so, on merit. The other one we hosted. So being the host, we obviously had to be there. But of the last 6 tournaments, we've only qualified for 2. This is not good enough. It's not good enough. You know, you look at the improvement of Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you think it was just the DStv Premiership that improved Mamelodi Sundowns? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. The fact that they're playing in CAF, the fact that they went to a Club World Cup, made them want more and made the team to be a lot better, even the players itself. The improvement of Banyana Banyana. Well, how do you think they improved? You know? Because the league here in South Africa wasn't here for some time, but they had to qualify for these tournaments. And as well as going to the World Cup, which they're going to in a couple of months' time, and good luck to them. But Banyana, they keep growing. And even the players go international. Kaitlana is overseas. You know, Refilio John is overseas. Jermaine, she's overseas too. But the national team gets better through these tournaments and also scouting. You don't know who's there, guys. Like, you don't know who's there. Anybody could be watching this team as well. So when the golden gift is presented, in that manner, we have to definitely take it. Don't get me wrong, I think footballing standard within South Africa, once it increases, it will definitely improve our chances of qualifying at next tournaments as well. But when you get given a gift like that, we have to definitely take it. And I think for everyone, it just needs everybody to come into a room, man. Because I look at social media, I look at people talking even on the streets. It just sounds like we're not saying the same sound. We're not singing the same song. Some want the coaches out, some not necessarily sure where Bafana Bafana is. This player shouldn't be called up. Are we too tied to our club teams as well? If our players are not called up from a particular club, do we get upset? So it's something that we definitely need to do, and qualification is something that we need. It's International Week, and not only Bafana Bafana were in action, but our under-23s were in action as well. Unfortunately, they did not qualify for the next AFCON. They've been knocked out. Yep, they've been knocked out on aggregate. 1-1. Congo coming here and scoring the crucial goal. And we went over there, did not get any goals at all. It was 0-0. The first leg is where we lost it. In all honesty, if we're being honest, that is where we lost it. But this is slightly worrying times within South African football. I speak like this because I'm slightly upset, slightly emotional too. AFCON under-20, we didn't qualify for that. AFCON under-23, we didn't qualify for that. And that unfortunately also means Olympics is out of reach. We're not going to be there. We're at the last one. We are not going to be at this next one. It begs the question, what is the issue? What is the issue? Because I talk like this because I'm upset, man. Like it almost feels like South African football it's okay, fine. It's not as good as what it's supposed to be in terms of football standard-wise. But we're not even going to tournaments anymore, man. Like once upon a time, it used to be we're at knockout stages, then it was group stages. Now we're getting to a point where we're not even qualifying for these tournaments. So I ask you, tell me in the comments, what is the issue? Because I've jotted down some points. Is it the fact that we don't have any permanent coaches for these teams? We don't have a permanent coach, they're part-timers. When they have to play, that's when they call in the coach. When they're not there, the coach is definitely not there. Are the players ready? You know, are the players ready? Do they want it? Do they smell it? Do they, you know? That's the question that I have. The clubs and association, SAFA, are they working together enough? Are they working together well enough? Our players too, they need to be at these tournaments. And I hope they know the importance of this, to test themselves against the best. You look at what the Olympics did with that under-23 side that we had at the last one. Mokoena, his career has changed. He's a very important player for Mamelodi Sundowns. Godisang, he's doing the most in Portugal. Luke Fleurs as well. I mean, he's captain material for SuperSport United. And also, let's go leave our country, Patson Daka. You know, he was scoring a brace against Lesotho this past weekend at Dobsonville Stadium. And you just look at the fact that he was there at the last AFCON and now he's gone on to lead Leicester City, being the main man. Being the main man, and that's what it does. It helps the players to develop. And also, is there a succession plan for our youngsters? Is there a succession plan? Like, do we have a plan to say, okay, these under-23s need to be getting game time at their clubs? Because sometimes they go missing, they go lost. We've lost a couple of stars from the previous squads that we had years and years prior. The money that Motsepe's come in is very crucial because he wanted to develop, you know, the youth development within South Africa, sports especially, and football is included. It's very important that we use that money correctly, guys. It is, because the talent is there. You look at the players playing, Maseko's got talent, without a shadow of a doubt. You can definitely see that. But it's about the tactical and the technical ability that the players need to improve at a young age. At a young age. And that's what they're doing right within other countries. They prepare them very young, not at 20 years old stage. Like almost at like 10 years old stage, 12 years old stage. Can they trap a ball? Can they shoot a ball? Can they read a situation within the game? Can they play to a tactical demand within the game? That's what they have to do. The positive is that it's not over for these boys. I don't think their career is over now that they did not qualify. You know, I think Shabalala will go on to have a great career. I think Johannes as well will go on to have a great career as well. And Maseko, the player that I just mentioned as well, he'll go on to have a great career, but they must be monitored. They must be monitored. And they have to play, guys. They have to play. So the other thing that maybe we can do is do like what Beto said. Let's let them go. Let's not keep them here. Let's talk about Kaizer Chiefs. According to reports, they've been very busy. They've made signings for next season. Look at the names on screen. The Clockwork, he's official. He's been announced. The other two names are yet to be announced, but from these reports, it seems like it's there. The deal is done. Mdantsane and Msimango as well. This is good. I mean, this is good from Kaizer Chiefs. This is powerful, aggressive. You know, they're coming back stronger. They want it more. The glory is coming back. But wait. No, wait. Hold on, Jakes. Wait, but don't get too ahead of yourself. No. If these players are coming in, then who is going out? They're about to sign 2 center backs. So let's look at the current situation at the club with the center backs that they have at this moment. There you have it. Got Ngezana, Dove, Matoro, Ngobo, Dube, and Kwinika. So those are players that play the same position as the Clockwork as well as Msimango. And you look at the number of games that each one has played. Based on this graphic, it's pretty obvious which ones are important to Atazwane. I think the likes of Matoro and as well as Ngobo and Dube, their days are numbered. I don't know if they're going to be at the club for much longer. And also, I have to sympathize with them because I feel the likes of Kwinika have been making mistakes. Quite a number of mistakes. When Ngobo made mistakes, he was pulled out. But Kwinika is the centre-back who's played the most games. But from when I'm watching Kaizer Chiefs, he's the one that's making mistakes. And he's not pulled out at all. Maybe it's the training. Maybe he's training a lot better than others. And then with Mdantsane as well coming in, it's potential worrying times for the likes of Kamabiliat. He's 32 years old. And you look at the number of games that he's playing and his injury concerns, he's playing fewer games with each season that goes by. Makro, he started off a number of games for Atazwane, but he's become less relevant to the squad. And you're starting to see that. Khatebe for me is like Mashiane. There has to be a point where they have to make decisions within their careers. Do they go on loan or do they choose to be bit part players at Kaizer Chiefs? Mahlati as well. He's been getting a few games recently, but I don't know he's as effective as he should be. As much as Kaizer Chiefs are signing good players, which is good for the club and is what they need, they're obviously trying to progress, there's going to be pressure. Pressure to the head coach, Atazwane. He's been given good players. But now his coaching acumen is going to be tested. His tactics are going to be tested. Because you look at someone like Njabuleng Ngobo, he came in as defender of the season in his last season at Swallows. And now he's starting to see fewer games. You can't tell me that's a bad play overnight. I don't think so. He was playing for Bafana Bafana regularly. And since he's come to Kaizer Chiefs, it's just been going like this. So they're good players that are coming to the club next season. But will he be able to coach them to be better, to help the team as well? Because that is what Sundowns is doing. They can get a Khuliso Madao, who was relegated with Black Leopards, and become the best right back in the league. Become the best right back in the country. One thing's for sure, for him, if next season flops, I think it might be his last season. It's time for our weekly bet of the week. The purpose of this segment is to show you my bet slip in hopes that it helps yours light in green. The more accurate, the more cash you get. Let's get into it. The international week is coming to an end, and my bet slip comprises of the games of the Euros Championship qualifiers. First game, Scotland against Spain. I've gone Spain, straight win. Switzerland against Israel. I've gone Switzerland, straight win. Turkey against Croatia. I've gone draw or Croatia to win. Wales against Latvia. I've gone Wales and over 1.5. So, odds, 4.41. And with Betway's win boost, it goes from 450 to 2,000 rands. That's win boost, man. And those are my selections. That is Bet of the Week, sponsored by Betway. Remember to practice responsible betting at betway.co.za. Until the next one, all the best. We've come to the end of the show. Before I leave, the SA Sports Awards was this past weekend, and football won big. Sports Star of the Year, Andile Dlamini. People's Choice Award, Tembazwane. Congratulations. And as for you that's watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for future episodes.